Hello, my name is Kathy Dunn, and I am studying at Grand Canyon University for a master's degree in teaching English to speakers of other languages. It goes by the acronym TESOL. I've just returned from a conference on brain based learning, and I have tried to adapt some lessons to serve the Latino company because that is um, those are the students I will be working with when I finish my degree. However, the examples that I do give will serve any classroom. They can be adapted for any classroom. The presentation talks about differentiation and engagement in instruction, and this is supported by brain based research. I begin with a definition of differentiation as it relates to teaching. It is not creating a different lesson plan for each and every student. Rather, it adapts an assignment or an approach to fit diverse needs. Differentiation is often spontaneous. It happens in real time in the classroom. The reason that differentiation is important is because each student has a unique brain. Everybody has a unique brain. And this is a result of different neural networks being connected through past experiences and emotions. Brain based learning is more than just incorporating the three general learning modes of visual, audio, and kinesthetic. Teachers design lessons according to which part of the brain will be stimulated during specific activities. For example, telling the story how the alphabet was invented. This was written by me for an example on a PowerPoint that I did. It engages the temporal lobe where hearing begins and processing information uh, begins as well. From here, a neural network begins with new information, and a network begins to be built. And every time a network is stimulated, it strengthens the neural network connection to finally reach the hippocampus, which is the ultimate goal. The goal is to reach the hippocampus because that is where long term memory is stored. The more an activity is performed, the stronger the neural network becomes because it's repeated. And that's why repetition is so important in learning and in teaching. The visual part of the story is my hand gestures and the gestures of the children. Uh, the vision enters the brain through the occipital lobe, and there it is processed differently than the auditory stimuli. During the story, I describe the character as a female of 5 or 6 years old. She has brown skin, black hair, and beautiful coffee colored eyes. The main character draws an A in the sand or drops her sticks and they land in the formation of an A. And the students for the kinesthetic portion will draw this in the air. Further activities include taking 3 popsicle sticks and gluing them in the shape of the A. I relate it to a tent, and the part that goes across is where the window and the door meet. Uh, Kinesthetic information enters the brain through the motor cortex. And so I'm going to have the children also draw the letter in the air to one side, the other side, and through the middle. All brains are malleable. They constantly grow and adapt. The scientific term for this is neuroplasticity. And the theme for the second part of the presentation is engagement and brain based learning. Engagement is participation with conscious attention. One study by De Luna Vasquez in 2023 suggests that working in groups improves socio emotional skills, external information enters different points of the brain, once again, the temporal lobe and the prefrontal cortex. Emotions are processed in the amygdala. There are also ongoing studies that are looking to find out the other places in the brain where emotions are processed, because they are processed in multiple parts of the brain, but not all of the research is in yet. Again, we want to stimulate as many parts of the brain as we can. Our ultimate goal, again, is to have that information lodged in the hippocampus, again, where the long-term retention is stored. Group, group projects are one of the best ways to engage as many students as possible. For example, in a high school class, after reading Like Water for Chocolate by Laura Esquivel, the students might traditionally watch the corresponding movie. Instead of watching the movie, why not have them write a drama? Think of how many areas of the brain are stimulated. First, both the right and left brains are engaged. Some might write the script. Some might like to introduce vernacular language. Some will act. Some might like to create scenery. This example accommodates many interests of the students, and so all should be participating. I know that some students may not be engaged. That often is the case. So the best idea is to talk with them and find out about their interests and find a place for them to fit in, or invent a place for them to fit in. Given my prior explanation of neural network formation, which parts of the brain would be stimulated by the activity that I just suggested, writing the drama? Thank you, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you.